to
Yeah,
the crowd. Okay,
yeah, there you go.
welcome. Today we're going to have a dream explain session. This is Makiko from Reiki School. I am co-hosting this session with Guru Dan. I'm going to switch to the presentation quickly so that you get some flavor of what this is all about. I'm trying to minimize the screen and maximize the view. Let's see if I could do a little bit better to think here. There's a something here. Oh, here it is. Oh, here you go. All right. Now I'm asking you whether you actually could see the screen. Can you guys see screen still?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, excellent. Wonderful. So here it is. Hopefully you could hear my voice as well. Dream. What is dream? So those three pictures are representation of what I like to discuss. The three main characteristics of dreams. Okay. The first, the one on the upper left, you could see the little girl riding on an origami crane over the ocean. So the dream, this is the time we leave our ego and our logical mind behind, the much of it, and we take off. Now, when we take off to the dream world, there are the certain elements or certain things is still constant or consistent. Just going back to your dream. Review those dreams and think of the certain things that are consistent. Perhaps you haven't noticed, but oftentimes your gender remains the same. Now, I have some dream I was a superhero, of course, and I questioned that was still female. But likely, the majority of the time I can recall, or I notice my gender are almost always female. Also, there's a certain element interact or interlocked with the current realm. So let's say if you had the vivid experience in this realm, that certain portion of the experience kind of tag along to this dream world. Have you experienced that? Also, in dream, you understand who those people are, even though you have never seen them before. Now, some of them you never seen, but a lot of time you know those people, though their face and names are different. You energetically, intuitively know who they are. So some of the dream characteristics are the following. So the first one, you kind of leave that logical mind, your imagination take off, and a lot of strange things happen, but you're okay with it, right? And a certain element are still connected to this realm. The second characteristic, you see the one below, you see this girl is flying, the gravity, right? How many of you had a dream you are actually flying?
Yes.
Okay.
I have. Yeah, I have.
You have, okay? Or sometimes the gravity work opposite, meaning that you have to push your body back so that you actually could stay on the ground, right? Yeah. So that is another characteristic of dream. Now, reality jump also. In dream, you can pop in one reality to the next seamlessly. Well, some of you have experienced perhaps when you get up the dream, oh my goodness, that was a great dream. I want to go right back to it. And when you go back at the very exact place you ended the dream, you start. Also in a dream, another strange things happen, and you seem to be fine with it, right? So there is a second characteristic. you are able to cross different dimensions and you're fine with it. You're very natural about it. And you'll be able to experience different different lives simultaneously in a matter of split second. And you know what those means most of the time. Okay. The third characteristic, this is by far the most fascinating, perhaps the most important one. You see the hummingbird. Do you know the special symbol? What hummingbird represents. If you are more tuned into those native Indian or dream world symbolism, you may know. Hummingbird is only a bird that be able to go 4 different directions and also stop at the 0 point. They could go forward, backward, sideways, and stay at the same place. There's no other bird that could do this. Also, it means that hummingbird represent you could go the future, past, parallel lives, at all the same time. And the dream show you you're able to do this. Some of you will go back earlier time, the childhood, and some of you meet your future self, and some of you go visit the parallel lives, and some of you actually go to completely different realm, dimension. So I just wanted to mention the hummingbird as a representation of who we truly are. Okay. Now, before I go to here, one of you submitted the dream and the mystery of it. And I like to introduce that. I'm not going to name who that was, but it was an important point. The following was a statement. I used to dream a lot during my childhood, but I do not dream anymore. I do not know why. But I used to have a recurring dreams, and I do remember them very much. I do not know what those means are, and I hope this is okay. Now, there's many things here that telltale sign that a lot of us dreams and able to dream easily when we are small or young or childhood. When we are younger age, we have a more ability to access the Akashic records and the past lives. And often we experience and dream. So bless you if you do remember a lot of dreams when you had during the childhood. I will definitely revisit, write it down, and there's a lot of things you can learn from. Okay, so I just wanted to mention that, and thank you so much for submitting this. Okay, this dream work. There's a couple of things I just want to mention. Okay, I use the dreams to work my spiritual development, as well as I access my past, and also I manifest the certain things that it will be difficult to manifest right away in this realm. So sometime or without my actual conscious intention, go somewhere else. I learn something or I'm teaching something because I was asked. So when I wake up, I have a collection of memories, and which is quite interesting, the type of thing I'm learning or teaching out there. Now, sometime somebody called me so that they have a dream of me talking to them or giving them a treatment. So it is true, you actually heal during a dream, and sometimes somebody is there assisting because you are intended or your intention, or you call them for that type of help. So do not dismiss the dream you had was very healing experience, and you feel certain presence, and you better know that is actually true. in many cases. Now, the second one, you actually could solve your issue or your problem or relationship or certain addiction during a dream. Now, this is requiring some skill, but many of you perhaps had a similar experience, such as you had a very difficult equation, like a math, that needed to solve, right? And you kind of solved in your dream. And it was very easy. When you wake up and wow, I solved this equation. Yeah, that's kind of similar idea. So you actually could heal and then solve some of the challenge and issue, find out the answer. The third one, this is a quite important one that I'm still working with, which is accessing your inner child as well as understanding your duality. When you go into the dream world, the interesting thing happens. One is that your ego subsides. So you are actually more of your true self, looking through the different things from different perspectives. And I will teach you how you could effectively do this. However, I just wanted to mention at this moment that how important to remember and work on your dream. And you could save a lot of money and also be able to live 3 or 5 times longer than the average because you actually experience so much more during your sleep. Okay, so let's start decoding a dream. And before I go through that, I just want to stop the presentation. Okay, and get back to you. Diane, you're able to join us. Yes, hi, Diane. That's good. Excellent. As many in Jersey on here, and David as well. Hi, David. Great to see you. Can't see you, but great to have you. Okay. Just want to stop here. Hi, David.
Hello.
Hey. I just want to stop here. And any question or something you guys want to add to this, please feel free. Okay, it's pretty quiet.
I have sometimes a reoccurring theme of I'll be going on a road, and then the road changes, like it'll change into something else, like just a bunch of rocks or boulders, and then I can't get through.
Yeah.
I can't go backwards either. So I have to find a new way to keep going.
Yeah. I had many dreams like that. Those are a very telltale dream. It's interesting. Well, David, it's been in many of my classes, and you are also in a dream discussion group. And he had a dream that lasts probably couple of seconds, and then you got so much more out of it. Yes, you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of those dreams. Because of the unless somebody else has exactly the same dream, I won't go over. Is that okay? Can I save that for a little later, David?
Sure.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Okay, so very quiet. So I'm gonna go to the list of the submission here. So I be able to cover the people. I'm gonna go 2 people at a time. So that everybody be able to get something to take home with. First, I want to promise that. So first, the lucky winner was Vicky, and I cannot open this. Okay, here you go. The first 2 are Vicky, Joe, and then George. So George has submitted, so hopefully I could cover. And then Ben from different country, he said it's already past midnight, he can't stay awake. So that's okay. So Vicky and Who's the next one? Oh, Ryan. Okay. So 2 of you then. So try to, I give you a couple of minutes so that you could kind of think of which dream you want to be decoded. And then, while you're thinking of that, I will ask all of you. This is something we all could work simultaneously, because I will likely going through the same process. Okay, so it's best to have a notebook and write it down as we go through it. The first thing is to pick one dream, okay, to be decoded today. And I'm going to bring this crystal. I will still trust my intuition. She wanted to be here. So this is something damn important today, session. So I will see, okay. So I wanted to pick the one dream. It's the best to pick as something very recent or reoccurring dream. Those are important, especially reoccurring dream. Had a multitude of meaning. So let's pick that one if you can. Also, because this is a somewhat, very close environment and nurturing environment, but somewhat public, yes. So I'm not going into anything personal, and I'm going to say something very generic. Is that okay? And also, I'm not going to search around your brain. I'm not going. I will not do that. However, with your permission, okay, I don't. If the higher message comes through, I will access to that with your permission. Usually what happens is your angel or your spirit guide usually say, he or she need to know this. Which is a little bit cheating, but with your permission, of course, we'll add to that. So I'm going through this list of the order of the submission. It goes to the Vicky and Ryan. And if there's anything more you want me to answer that you just rather want to use a chat box, you could just tell me or Dan, okay? So that we could have a different conversation, right? Or I could answer in a more generic way, could add a little bit more. Okay, so whichever Ryan or Vicky ready to speak up about dream.
Okay. So I've had like this kind of reoccurring dream over many years, and it's basically different situations with people from high school which I haven't spoken to since I was in high school, and some of them I wasn't really that friendly with, but they just keep popping into my dreams in different situations, and it's kind of weird, and I just want to know, why am I linking back to that time in my life and not moving forward, or having dreams about yesterday? I don't really understand it.
Okay, so this is a recurring dream since many years.
Many years.
Many years. Okay, that's fine. And when you are in a dream, what else do you remember?
It's all different situations, really. It'll be like, I don't know, going to town, doing XYZ, some weird stuff like being on cruise ships, and it's kind of like, it's all different things, but it has the same kind of people in it. And then I'll wake up, but then if the dream doesn't end how I want it to be, I'll try and go back to sleep and finish the dream. Because I'm like, I can't break away from the dream. I want to see how it ends, and so it's hard to get up in the morning sometimes to switch off. And
wow, that's very good, actually. A lot of people lose that kind of ability as we get older, so that's a very good sign. You are less how do you say this, influenced by those external external signals, a lot of things happening out there, but you are relatively intact, which is good. So there's a one good thing for sure. Now, occurring dream continue to reoccur because you have not reached to resolution. Okay, and there's a significant message there that you need to decode and understand in this lifetime. Yeah, because what happened is that gonna tag along to the next one, It's a very important experience that you kind of, this is one of the main things that you want to clear. Okay, so the one thing I would ask those people who are from high school, there's a particular theme, there's a common theme in this group of the people as a collective.
Yeah.
Yeah. And usually the way to know it through your emotion. There's a very first impression you have when you see these people's face. That is the first clue. The second clue is, I want you to pick one of them. Perhaps the person that you disagree the most. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you probably know who that is.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want you to become that person right this moment. Can you do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to say, I am. You don't need to say this name, but I am.
I am.
Okay. And I want you to use a present tense. You are right now in your dream, but you are in this person instead.
Okay.
Okay. And you are this person and looking the Vicky, in front. And you are going to say something to Vicky first. Hi, Vicky.
Yeah. Hi, Vicky.
And Vicky said,
Hi.
okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then this person will think, what do you think what this person is thinking? You are now not the Vicky, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard.
No. No. You know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The very first. No, don't hesitate. Hi, Vicky. And if Vicky say hi, and then you think what? First thing is.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing now? Kind of.
What are you doing now? In what way?
In life,
Yeah, that's good. Why are you asking that? Why are you asking Vicky? Because
I don't know, because
no, don't.
Yeah. I did it again. Because I think that
that's another thing. Don't say I think. You know it. So because you know it, just say it. Because I
wonder if you made the right path in life. I don't know. Yeah.
And are you asking Vicky because you have something to do with her?
Just because I'm interested in how she's getting on.
Okay, so I'm Vicky now.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you asking me a question like that? It's none of your business. Why? And you said,
yeah, why are you coming up in my life, in my
dream? No. You are not Vicky now. You remember?
Oh yeah. You're Vicky.
I'm Vicky now. Oops. Vicky disappeared. Okay.
Can you see me?
Not really, but we could hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you said,
where were we? Sorry, I missed it when I dropped you.
Yeah, well, I don't know why you're asking me stuff like that all the time. That's none of your business. Why you keep asking me? Do you like me?
Yes, I like you.
Really? I didn't know you liked me. I thought you were kind of, I don't know. So what do you think? How did I do? How am I doing in my life?
I think you're doing okay. I think it's just, I was there when you were growing up and part of your life, and our lives collided, and I guess we had an impact on each other somehow.
So, what do you feel now?
I feel like we should get on and live our own lives and not look into how life could have turned out for everyone, and just go forward from here.
Oh. So is that what Vicky's saying, or?
That's Vicky saying.
That's okay. So that's all right. So what I want you to do is, each of the face you see, I want you to do the same thing.
Okay.
And then each scene, do you have a particular scenery, the same setting, or each time it's very different because there's some commonality in a different setup?
Each time it's completely different. It's different settings, but these people keep popping into wherever I am.
So that tells me this is encompassing many different areas of life, your life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very important. So the general overtone of the feeling, or you are somehow judging how you are, how you did, how you are doing, and kind of bleaching out many different areas of the life.
Right.
Yeah. And the high school is very cruel time, very emotional time, very competitive time, very judgmental times. It's a perfect reflection of who you are and how you are. So it's a lot of learning there, and it's important messages. So keep telling me, when you have a more chance to get to talk when you come. So I want you to kind of keep writing the different setting, and I will give you some pointer. There's other things you can do to decode.
Great. I'll start journaling when I wake up and
excellent.
Make a note of them. But I think that's really great what you just said, is to try and, like, in my dream, is to say that to them, and if I can, that'd be good. Yeah.
Actually, that's great. You actually be in charge of the dream. Most of us can do that. So yeah.
I'll try.
Excellent. Yeah. Good. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Vicky.
Thank you.
Hi. All right, Ryan, are you ready?
Yeah. I hope the music's not that loud in the background.
Go ahead.
But I had a dream like 2 or 3 days ago where I was back at where I grew up in high school, in the house I lived at. And there was just a bunch of random people from my life that was there. It was nighttime outside, and I would go to different people in the house and was talking to them. Then after a while, it's like I guess I realized I was in a dream or something. Because what I remember was after a while I was going to, like, each person, and I had a spoon, and I was like, there is no spoon, and, like, bending the spoon in front of them and seeing how they would react, I guess. And I would go to different ones, and there'd be different reaction from different people throughout my life that are all in the house. And then I remember going into my mom's room that was at the end of the house, and she's like, she has her glasses on, she's on her bed, like, studying, like, really hard into what she's doing. And I was like, Mom, look at this, like, trying to show her. I'm like, look, it's a dream, look, and then she was just like, no, you probably think I like The Matrix or this or that, And, like, I got the joke later when I woke up saying that, but, like, she was probably feeling in that dream that I was judging her for being so much of a part of The Matrix or something like that is what she meant. But that's from The Matrix, there is no spoon. So I realized that later. But I got her attention after a little while, and I was like, look, there is no spoon, and, like, it wouldn't just bend. It would bend and, like, turn into water substance and stuff. And the one I was showing her was kind of a wooden one doing that, like just molding and stuff like that. And just didn't have too much of a reaction. Nobody really did, if I remember their reactions. They weren't that impressed, or they were just like, no reaction. And then I woke up after I showed my mom. And something also I remember is it was nighttime, and outside it was just real dark. And I had a creepy feeling when I would look out the window. Like if I tried to like look far out the window into the darkness, I felt this creepy feeling that it would, like, it's not safe or something.
This is after the dream or still in a dream?
During the dream, when I was going around to different people, and then I would look outside and just be like, oh, it's super dark. And the more I would look outside, I would just feel like I would not be safe if I'm looking outside into the darkness for some reason.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah. So there's a lot of things here. But I want to mention the most important one, Ryan, is that okay? Because there's, you probably know how to decode most of it. The first one I want to mention, this is going to happen more and more to more people. People means perhaps less awakened people. No judgment. Yeah, because, everybody has a different learning, the lesson. And some of us decided to not to be awakened to complete our contract, right? But I want to mention this. This is going to be happen more and more to the people. What is this means that what Ryan just experienced in a dream? We realize this is a dream, and then we going on a dream, and it feel like sometimes we wake up from a dream, but it's still in a dream, and telling someone, I just had this dream, and you are there, and you are still in a dream. And then you kind of actually wake up and going back, and perhaps you go into different things. So this is called, there's a particular term for this, but it's basically you going through kind of pseudo portal.
Like you wake up still in the astral realm, not waking up from the dream.
Yeah, I won't use that word astral because it's many different meaning, but yes. So you are not truly coming out, but there's a portal. You're going through the portal, and sometimes, at that, going through that line or going through that door, you went through a different realm, in a dream realm. So it's almost like a bubble of reality, and they are the only particular place you could cross, and you cross it, and you cross it and go back and cross. So it's kind of like a mini exercise in a sense. And more and more people going to experience the similar phenomena. Now, the difference is whether you know it, what you're doing, or just wake up that, oh, that was a strange dream, and just tell your friend. It's the same. You experienced it. Now, the difference is when you are consciously aware, you could plan actually much bigger things. You actually could find a portal and go through it. There's a caution though, because I kind of did too much without intentionally. Obviously, what I wasn't. Well, maybe I intended, perhaps. I was too tired. I slept in a dream. It's really dangerous. You should not do that. But I did a couple of times, and then I kind of left. Possibly in one dream, I left one of my soul shards. So it's not good. When you're doing that, make sure you have enough support, and not definitely now, but when more, let's say, in a place like give you a lot of energy. Shasta, you're in a Shasta, or near the summer solstice. Those are a good time to do stuff like that. I would definitely not recommend doing this time of the year, unless you have, southern hemisphere, like a George is the perfect timing now, but not for us. Maybe Asheville is good because it's naturally, there's a high vibrational, give you energy there. Definitely not the New Jerseyan. Maybe some of you are still okay, but that's a great one. I'm just telling you the mechanic of what happened, but that's a very important dream. the matrix thing is very interesting. You are also, I don't know you and know that, you still have a lot of energy carrying through the, the Octarian collective. So you naturally like to get the general sense of sampling from the mass. This is what the spoon is. You are interested in the different responses from various people.
Yeah, I do feel like I do interactions with people are kind of like experiments so that I can learn more from different people's interactions.
Absolutely, yeah. And I know you're aware, but so that's your dream very much. So thank you for sharing that. Hopefully it was somewhat helpful, Ryan. All right. Let's go to the next person. Steve, but I don't think he's here today. Maybe he was signing up for different things. The next person is also not here. Oh, Julie and Mekra. Mekra is not here. So Julie and Mary Ellen. So for both of you are up for the next reading. Julie, would you like to go first?
I don't have anything pressing lately, just a whole lot of people in my dreams and people I don't know. And a whole lot of them just being there. That's it.
What are you doing?
It's a lot of commotion, a lot of walking up and down.
A lot of walking?
Yeah, walking like in a public place, like a mall. I'm like up and down. Yeah.
Okay. And you don't know anyone there?
No.
Even energetically, you don't recognize?
No.
Okay. All right. I will ask another things. Does it very realistic, or you kind of
yes,
know?
It's very realistic.
Very. Okay. Huh. Is this a reoccurring, or is it just
It usually happens when I go through a lot of changes, but I've had dreams like that. I've had that before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's interesting. Okay, somebody fell off. All right. So that's I know there's a certain thing I could tell you. Hold on. So since the Mary Ellen fell off, I think I may scare her. Christine probably can't. Lorna is not here. So next one is David. So okay, and then Scania. Okay, so David, I know you had a road dream, so that I heard that, so that's good. So Julie, the one thing I actually could tell you about your dream, okay, and the rest I'm not sure. I need to ask a little bit more, but you actually went there. That's not really your dream. Mm-hmm. Like we think that's not the typical dream. So I have to kind of access something else to answer. Maybe it's not appropriate here.
Okay.
Yeah, but you actually did went. And this is some place, it's interesting. You go, you know this place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but you claim you don't know those people. That's interesting. No. Yeah, but this is the kind of place you go.
Okay.
Time to time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would but you're aware there's a certain time it happens. But I would make a note. Do you take those journal or diary?
Yeah, I have a diary. Right.
Okay, good. So it's great. So I would track at the time you had a similar dream and put it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you could talk a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for sharing that. So there's a certain thing that I didn't tell you. There's a dream. You actually go to a certain place. It's not really a dream. Mm-hmm. So and then you kind of need to know it, or somebody kind of help you to give you the tips. Not everybody has the same clue, but there's something very generic about it. But there's something very unique just to yourself. and you could know it by paying attention and taking a note, and you get super accurate when you find a clue. And you could talk a little bit more about that later.
Okay.
But that's thank you, Julie, that brought that up. That's pretty advanced. David, oh, yeah, here you are. Would you like to use the same dream, or you have something else?
The road one wasn't very recent. Last night I was with a woman, and she was an artist, and there was a bunch of square marble tables, and they had like a box on each table, and then there was some plastic bags in each box, and we were going around touching the bags, and then the light would come out. And then I was thinking, how am I going to remember which bags we touched to turn the lights off?
I love your dream. It is great you remember in such detail. Yeah, that's a quite an interesting dream. So I kind of forgot the setting. So you are with the artist in a room, and there's a bunch of marble tables and boxes. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you are you?
Yeah, I was me, but I didn't know the woman.
You didn't know the woman. Are you sure?
I couldn't see the face.
You couldn't see the face.
She was Asian though, but I couldn't see her face.
Are you sure? Are you sure you don't know her?
I might know her because I was confused about her, because before I went to sleep, or I meditated and I asked to see my soulmate, and I saw a woman that I didn't expect. And the same thing happened when I think I did some kind of a soulmate meditation with you. Her face came up. I was surprised.
Why?
Because we had disagreements. I asked her if she would, if she was in, it was a hypothetical question, if she was in a relationship, would she want to put in half of the finances for the relationship, or would she expect the man to supply all the money? And then she said, "Oh, it's way too early in the relationship to be asking those kind of questions." And then she kept bringing it up. The next time I saw her, she kept bringing up, "Why did you ask this question?"
Is this a dream in real life?
That was real life.
Okay, that's awesome.
That's why I was confused. Why is she in my dream? Because I thought that we weren't really that close.
Oh, okay.
But her face keeps coming up.
Yeah, so it is a horror.
Yeah.
Yes, so it is a horror. So you are with a horror. And so this is even more interesting for you, because what is you experiencing with the horror is actually what's going to happen and what actually did happen, right? And so this is kind of quite interesting, but I'm not sure you want to go through. So So this is a heart with you, and you basically kind of the life, what kind of life you had together. And everything is symbolic in a dream. So you remember well, so which is very good. The marble table, the first thing you said, the marble table, and you say square.
Yeah.
Yes? And then you said there's a more than one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a big room and there are marble tables everywhere.
Okay. So that's unusual. Marble table and then square. That's very unusual things, and many of them. And you say there is a box, is it?
Yeah. You know the kind of tables that you put a balance on for weighing things?
Table that...
Have you ever seen those? It's a big heavy table to keep the balance steady, so you don't get vibrations.
Wow, I do not know that. Anybody else know?
Oh.
So this is like a scientific specialized table.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So that's very you, right? That this is kind of your kind of dream. And very, so I said, so it's definitely interlocking to this realm. Now, how many boxes you said? There's many boxes?
Each table had a box on it.
Okay. And then a plastic and the lights comes off. Okay.
Yeah. When you touch the bag, the light comes out.
And it's an interesting thing you said. How do I know which box when the lights come turned off?
Yeah, when it's time to turn the art off, how do I know which bags to touch?
Yeah. So that's also saying something. Why that would happen, and you know it, that's going to happen. And you're supposed to find a particular box.
Yeah.
Yes. And then she's helpful there, or what is she doing?
She's not worried about that part. She's just going around to the different tables, turning the lights on. And I'm trying to keep track.
Here you go.
Of what she touched.
Yes, yes. So a lot of us looking at these things kind of a bit more clear than probably David himself, right? It's a kind of relationship. This is how you view the relationship with her. It's a whole thing is telling you, whoops, the whole thing is kind of telling you, right, how you view who she is, how you will be, what kind of uncertainty and frustration you will experience, or you experienced, or you are experiencing it. But this is great. You don't even need to get together. You are actually with her and experience what it would be like to be with your soulmate. It's not bad and good, not wrong or right. Because you ask, the dream show you, since you ask, this is what you're going to experience with her. At least in your mind, right? That doesn't necessarily actually happen, but likelihood, if you don't change your perception, how you view, it will likely be that type of experience. And
Okay.
you
it's
already
like the woman is orchestrating everything, and I'm trying to keep up and keep track of.
Does that sound familiar to you?
No, I think that's how I was with my my ex-wife.
And you think it will be different the next time?
Yeah, hopefully.
So what are your dream telling you?
That I still need to learn.
Is it?
How to turn the light on myself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing about you though. It's just so great about the dream. There's multiple different answers that come out from it, and it's only you would know which one. But the good thing is you already experienced. So here you go. How many years in average you stay married?
10.
Okay,
15.
so here's the 10 years. You lived the 10 years, that whatever the experience you needed to learn, just to kind of rethink, revisit this dream. It may take you 5 hours in total, but you save 10 years.
Mm.
Or experience 10 years.
Yeah. It could be saying you're going to repeat the same thing, or it could be saying this is what you really want, or it could be like a warning.
All of above or none of above. You know, some people like me, I love, let's say I fall in love. I like it so much. I fall in love again and again. Some say, why you do the same thing? You already did experience it.
Mm.
But I love to fall in love. I love the experience. So I repeat. Is it bad? Who to judge? You, the only one. So I can't say, I can label your experience, but I could only tell you the mechanics and what the dream is trying to tell you.
Mm.
And it's just this whole dream of so precious. You know, you have a great memory and a way to describe it. So you could really do your own work in a greater way, right?
Mm.
Some people don't remember the dream. So that's a great, so thank you for sharing it. Yeah. Hello, Mekra, you were able to join in.
How are you doing?
Good. Yeah, your name went up once, but you weren't here. But you are next. But I will. I also go to Skanya and Diane, and we'll come to you. I just want to check the time check. We are 2 minutes past. I don't mind staying in a little longer, but if you have to come off, it's all right. I won't take it personally. Well, I would try not to. All right. All right. Skyat, would you like to say?
Hi, Mikiko. I'm one of those who doesn't remember my dream a lot.
Yes, it's all right.
Except the scary ones. I did once tell you about how scary some of my dreams are, right?
Well, you may need to tell me again because my memory.
Yeah, this was just happened before the Christmas break when I wanted to come in for a healing. They're actually like straight out of like a Harry Potter movie. Where I feel like I'm being like almost like it's like a psychic attack, you know? Yes. And sometimes I feel physical symptoms too. I feel as if I'm being pushed.
Yes, it's possible. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, and I feel as if my energy is being drawn out. And
it actually happened to many people this time.
So and it's usually some ascend and somewhere in the back of in the dream I know I'm helpless and I can't like kind of save myself, so I'm usually calling out to an ascended master and someone steps in, and it's so hard. It's almost like I'm trying to come out of that horrible situation, but I'm not being allowed to come out. And it is, and I wake up feeling really exhausted and, worn out and scared. So, and that's happened to me a lot in the previous years. It's come down in frequency. So that's the one.
Okay. So let me just, is that okay? Just let me kind of meditate on it. Just briefly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Interesting. It's maybe a little odd to ask you this. That's do you have any gravitation toward like an insect, like a bee?
Am I scared, or gravitation in the sense that am I scared, or? do I like?
Anything.
I like butterflies. I really like butterflies.
Okay.
And what I'm scared of are snakes.
Me too. Me too.
I think many of us do that similar. Okay. Yeah. So you are. I'm trying to find the words. First of all, you know how much I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to laugh there, so that's good.
Yeah.
In a sense, you are in a cage right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you are locked in this place. So a lot of time when you dream, instead of you dream naturally,
Mm-hmm.
you go this particular place.
Mm-hmm.
So I could tell you it's not a good feeling because I was there before. I was much, much younger. You could get out of it, but you have to have a very strong will. You almost have to be angry.
Mm.
You almost have to punch someone. How dare you? You know, you really have to do that. Now, the best time to do it, not right before you go to bed.
Okay.
That's going to put you in a fear mode, and likely you're going to go right to there.
Mm.
You need to do this when you have a sense of vitality throughout the day. Look at the clock. That usually goes to circadian rhythm in a sense, right? You know at what time you feel most energy. Even though you're tired, I'm okay usually by 11 or something like that. And that is a time you will actually do like almost like a ritual. You just could be scream or punch or stamp the feet. I don't care. I want you to be angry. Anger is actually higher vibration than the depression and helplessness, type of feeling, much higher. It helps actually. And then it's really, this point is a willpower. You could get through it. Now, when you have a physically down or have some, if you do too much of some physical exhaustion, and that's really dangerous. I mean, you really need to see someone. When you feel very down, either physically or mentally, emotionally exhausted, you definitely need the healing. Okay, so don't refuse that. It's not because of lack of your will, because that's how we are made. But normally that's how you get out of this system. Once you kind of rock in a certain way, you kind of automatically go there. Normally you don't. Most people are not going there, but once you have that, how do you say this? Kind of the muscle memory. More you do, more you gain. It's the same thing. More you go, more you kind of attracting it to each other. And in unfortunate people, what happens is you completely locked in, right? And then they go mad. But you're far from it, right? So it's important to do that when during a daytime. Now it's really bad time. I had so many. There's a lot of things happening right now that it's very dense area, a lot of dense area, but a lot of light area. So easy to bump into those places. So just as soon as it happens, it's go outside. Not today. Get the sunlight. Laugh. Funny movie. Laugh and seek the healer. Take care right away. So nip it. Like before. You go deeper. But if something happened repeatedly, just you gotta call me. We'll make something.
Yeah, and it comes. I know my husband was flying a long distance flight the night before, and it was the same night. I mean, he was flying out out of Newark that same evening, and I get very scared when he flies because of what I saw in 9/11.
Yeah.
So I get very scared of flying.
Right.
So the fear, I think the fear had already set in, and then I just go into that horrible kind of place once I'm fearful.
Yeah, I do know that. The energy is very much there. I do understand. I see that.
Okay, that's good to know. I need to develop some willpower here.
But also, it is a good too, a bit, because you know when he going to fly, and he fly pretty frequent. So
Right.
it is a good thing before he goes, right? Give him like, right? That will help you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's a good practice to do. These are other symbols, and crystal will help you. I have a crystal class coming up, very powerful, because crystal works through, help you those glitches, and so they will stay.
Yeah, I'll come for that class for sure.
When is the class?
Crystal?
The crystal class.
Crystal RAYKI class is I have to give for Sloan. So February 4th and 5th. And I originally set for March, but Sloan can't wait. So I have to give you February 4th and 5th. This is a certification class, level 1 and 2.
So which is Sunday and Monday?
Saturday and Sunday. Is that 3rd and 4th? Well, one of the first week of February.
Yeah, it should be 3rd and 4th.
3rd and 4th, okay. Then 3rd and 4th. Yeah, sorry about that.
So it's a certification class, you're saying?
Yes.
It's a full day class.
Yes. You're going to have a symbol, grids, how to praise, and then how to program, and how to embrace home, how to protect yourself, how to give you RAYKI to other on the body, and then also plant, Mother Earth, heal relationship, all that. So it's a very packed, and it will talk about from science, metaphysics, physiochemical property of crystals collective.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then of course attunements, and then activity, exercise. So those are good even for those who already know crystal. It's even better because you get to know from different angles, and then also you get to play with crystals. So, yeah. So those are always fun. All right. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Do you mind if I leave? I have something to attend to.
Yes, understand. I don't mind.
All right. Thank you.
Karina. Thank you for
All
coming.
right. Bye to everyone. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Mikla. Bye, Diane.
Bye.
David. Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye. Mikla, Diane, you both are up. Which one you want to go?
Diane came first. She can go ahead.
I don't really have recurring dreams so much right now, but I do have recurring places that seem to happen to come up in my dreams now. One of them is I often have a house and it's always a different house, but it has all these rooms that I've yet to discover, that I haven't discovered inside the house. I'll be working on making like certain rooms really nice and then realize, oh, I forgot that I have like all these other rooms I haven't even discovered yet. Still have yet things to do in. And there's another one where I often dream of this particular grocery store that I go to, and I have to travel pretty far out to get to it in my dream. So it's like it's the grocery store that I dream about, but I don't know why. It's got all I guess like thrift store type things in it as well as groceries, but I'll dream about those two places a lot.
Okay.
And I don't
Okay.
know what the meaning of that is. The house one, I can kind of get an idea where maybe it's, areas of my life, or maybe, I guess even talents that I'm not aware of yet, that I have yet to discover. But the grocery store one, I don't know.
Okay. All right. So that's a that's a very good one. So places. So there are special things about those places, right? So those are not just places. Like you said, it's a very good decoding, like, all the talent, those houses actually is my whole, beingness and untapped potential. And there's a lot more to discover and hasn't realized. So that's a very good one. That's how you decode it. That's wonderful. I will run with that. How fun to have so many rooms, right? Yet to be discovered. So is it you when you are going those places? Are you now, or you are different age or different person?
Usually, me, yeah, in the same time, same age, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it's like an exotic, like castle type place, or like an old castle. Or I've had one night where it was like a house we were looking at to actually buy, but it was like almost like a lighthouse where you had like rooms to go way up in.
Nice. Okay. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was just very odd that, that there's so many rooms that I'll suddenly realize, oh yeah, I have all those rooms yet to discover or to do something with.
Well, there's a couple of things popping up right now, but I try to stay on the subject. So the places are very important. I think this is more common for women, female. There's a more about the places and things than the guy seem to be. Then not necessarily the guy doesn't dream the particular places, but we add additional values to places. So there is something to think of. Like those are very important places. Those two places you go to, that looks like one is a house, and then the big one, and it have many different rooms. What does it mean?
Yeah.
Right? What does it mean? The second place you go is you said the grocery / thrift store, right? What those store provides you? Why so special? You have to go far away to find the certain things, right? What does it mean? So here's a couple of things how to decode. Okay, I know you decode in many different ways already, but I bet you haven't been the store yet or house yet.
No.
That's very important. You need to be those houses store. Diane is the castle with many rooms. I am magnificent. I have many compartments. I have many secrets. And well, maybe not secrets, the right word. I have many many rooms, has many different things that you don't even know. I don't even know. And keep going in the dialogue.
Okay.
Yeah. And if someone come in, which is you, but for castle, it's somebody else keep coming into me, opening up those places and organizing part of me. Well, thank you. I wonder what she's going to do with all my other area. And I want you to become the castle. I want you to become lighthouse.
Okay.
How those being, let's say this were all being, yeah. How this being gonna feel if this little Diane comes in pretty often? She came again. I know what she's going to do. She's going to do this and this and this, and continue to organize, maybe decorating, maybe doing something to me.
That's great.
Before Diane comes, right? I am. When you say I am, at least like a 4, 5, several sentences.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I am this. I am a grocery store, but I also have a thrift store things. I'm rare. I'm special. People come from all over the places to see me. And continue on. And then you meet this person, that Diane comes. She came back again. Hello, Diane. And talk.
Okay. Okay.
And Diane said, I didn't know you have so many rooms. Right? So this will kind of illuminate what is this thing signify for you. No one else, because everybody going to have a different answer.
That's right.
But the most important thing is how you interpret.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have them written down so I can actually go back and, remember what was happening throughout the rest of the dream to maybe figure that out.
Right. Now, after you've done this, right, the last piece, maybe not the last, but the important piece is you're going to become observer. Once you play Diane, play the castle, and perhaps being item being organized. That's another important thing you should become. Okay. There's other things you haven't told me. I don't know, but based on what you just told me, those are 3 different things you could become. And then the last one is the observer. You're observing all those players.
Yeah.
Kind of step back. I want you to step back. You are not Diane. You are not Castle. You are not those items being organized. One that hasn't been discovered. Oh, none of all that. You are like up here. Watch.
Okay.
And then the first things to come up in your mind, it will surprise you. I mean, something that you probably have not even thought of.
Oh, okay. I know it's interesting that for the grocery store one, I always have to travel out like back roads where I grew up to get to it.
Okay. So that's something that you didn't tell me before.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that's probably a big part of it too.
Yeah, then I want you to become those road.
Okay.
And then the David has an interesting road being blocked, right? So there's an interesting thing. People think about, I'm gonna be the person getting stuck, and the people you just stop there. No, you're gonna become a car. You become the block itself, and then you start to peeling onion or something. You become to find out something else, and then at last you're gonna become the observer. So a lot of people forget to become the block.
Right.
It's a very important part of it. Yeah. And you'd be shocked what you're going to find out. Yeah, but that's a very good one, Diane. Thank you. It's so you. All right. Thank you. Mekran, you're next.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Dreams, I don't know. For a long time, I've not dreamt anything.
And
I don't know. Sometimes if I have dreamt, I don't remember it. And sometimes, long time back, they were weird dreams. No connection to my real life. Somewhere, foreign country, foreign people, and somewhere like I'm an important person. And once I dreamt I'm a spy. I said, what? Like, and I'm, I said, what a weird dream that is. That one I remembered only.
Yeah.
Said, where am I going? Did I see a spy movie? That's why I'm thinking myself to be a spy or something, because I like seeing those kind of movies. So I said, out of the blue, no connection to real life, no connection to real people, nothing. I don't know where, how, why I dreamt like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes the dreams that come is no connection at all to my life.
Oh, those are a wonderful one. Yes. Yes. So those dreams, do you remember around which age you had more of those?
Maybe a couple of years, but maybe 55, 54, like that. My age?
No, I'm sorry. How long time is it, when you're younger or pretty?
No, just a couple of years back.
Oh, just a couple of years. Okay. Yeah. So those are actually the aspects of you.
Because I don't remember my dreams. I don't know. And sometimes if I do, I said, where in the earth am I dreaming like this? Why am I dreaming? It has no connection to my day-to-day life.
Yes,
No connection to anybody.
So let me ask you this. Why you doubt yourself that you were once royalty or you're once a spy? Is it strange to you?
It's very strange, like I'm an important person, like somewhere.
Why not?
Something very important thing.
I definitely could see you were many times.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, the first thing is you may want to record your dream, and I want you to try to recall a dream. I think you are dreaming because you may have a very busy life. You probably have a less opportunity to relax and remember.
Maybe.
Yeah. It is a good way, Mekra, to start doing that because I know you like to make everything efficient. So dream will help you do that.
Okay, I'll try to remember and I'll try to write them down.
Yes.
Yeah, because since last couple of months, I don't think so I've dreamt anything. So I don't know. That's why I don't know what to tell you. But that one dream is so vivid that I am with few people and I'm trying to sort out a case or something, solve a case, something like that. I'm trying to solve a case and, like help people out, what it is, help my country, like whichever country. It's the foreign country, not India, not America, but some weird place. And I know the language of that country, but I don't know which country it is.
Yeah. So, like I said, sometimes we go some places and you are actually working pretty hard in different places. And those tend to be vivid and then they make sure you remember somewhat. So I will definitely write it down, especially if you don't remember the dreams so often. Those are important one.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, congrats to remember stuff like that. Excellent. Yeah. I would love to hear more about your dream in the future.
I'll try to write them down and we'll talk again.
Yes, absolutely. Tyler, I can't see you, but can you hear us? Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Excellent.
I'm still here.
Yeah, you're next.
Okay. So the past few months I haven't been remembering my dreams, but I'm also getting up very early with an alarm. So, but I have been, but one of my coolest dreams that I'll share is I had a dream about a God particle. And then it started growing, and then it started multiplying and spreading. But to me, that seems self-explanatory to me of a lot of good things are coming and changing, and good is coming.
I love
That's what I think. Thank you. I thought I'd share that with everybody. But I do have a reoccurring dream that I'm always having, protecting my son. In traveling to like different dimensions and going to like he's always in like this brick building. And it looks kind of like a little school, and I know that they're teaching him bad things, and I have to save him. I've even gone into like his bedroom too. These are different dreams, but all correlated in that same area, and I figured it's because I want to protect him, and I know I can't forever. That's what
Yeah. Well, it seemed to be obvious though. And then I know the dream is telling something. And sometimes we dream those scenes many times in a way that's simulation. So we are ready. So we have some luxury to do different things and feel the moments and many times before it happens. So it prepare us, and then also kind of train us in a certain way. So we may not feel that way, or we kind of rethink about, am I, overthinking? Am I worrying too much? So give it as opportunity in a conscious mind.
Yes.
Yeah. Now that though, I may going to say the same thing. When you wake up and have those dreams, you probably have not played a role of that. Your son becoming your son may be a little bit difficult and maybe obvious things to play a role, but I still ask you to do that in a writing. And when you write, some magical thing happen. Some strange thing happen, and also something pop up because there was state shift when we write. We are more open to the idea that coming from different places where we are not aware of when we're thinking up here. So that's why it's important. The writing itself is an alchemy. It's a magic. It's a transformation. And
I understand. Words are very important. Yeah.
Also important too. But also the exercise of a thought to the words. We changing something, actually transforming, and then also manifesting idea into something that tangible, the 3D. So you already did something significant there that people don't know about. Oh, it's just writing down. You keep saying, write it down. Why you keep saying it? I could remember up here. No, actually, yeah, you probably could, but you forgot about something else. Yeah, so but the first things you probably haven't thought of, I want you to be the system. Because you want to protect some from the education or system.
Yes.
I want you to be educational system itself. Tighter, I'm an educational system. I am rigid. I've been perceived as a bad teacher. I don't know what you think, but I want you to become educational system in your way, how you think. But this time, you are not the tighter looking the educational system. You are the education system. So perhaps the sentence might change if you are able to become a real educational system.
Interesting. And because most of the times when I'm like saving him from these places or things, because it's very energetic where we don't talk to each other except when I'm trying to, I guess, scare away what is coming around him. And I energetically, from my bottom of my soul, and I'm pushing out a scream out of my body to get everything, all this bad energy away from him. So interesting.
So I want you to become that.
Yeah.
I want you to become so-called the bad vibe. I am here to give people a bad vibe. It has a name, right? I want you to name this. I am what? I am the bad entity. I'm the bad energy. I don't know, whatever you come up with. I am, because you are. You become that. Not the one that's through titles. I am that. It. And you may be very surprised. You may be completely shocked.
I will think about that. Yes.
It's best not to think about it. It's best to play the role. More you try to analyze is going the wrong way, but you just simply become that. You could do this right moment. Title, let's just, I am. Pick one, education system or this, whatever, the one thing. I am.
Negative energies, and that comes from so many different places, but that is how I perceive it in my dream. It's just negative energies coming at him.
Okay, can you call this some name? Can you name it?
Well, since he's in a school, usually I guess I would say that is the education system. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. I am the education system.
I am the education system.
And I am I am. I am.
I am.
Yes, I am what? Your educational system, right? And I am.
Education. Yes.
I am. What would the educational system being was said? You are educational system, Tyler.
That they're trying, but they're not having the right.
No.
Okay.
I am. Okay, I'm a Tyler.
Yes.
To educational system here, the being of educational system. Hi, Mr. Educational System. This is Tyler. How are you?
Doing well.
Okay, educational system. What are you doing here?
Trying to meld the child's minds to how we think the child should be.
Who is we?
The system of teachers and educational material that they use.
That doesn't sound like educational system talking. Let me try. Who is we? You say we. I thought I'm talking to you.
I'm the education system.
Oh, the system is we. I understand.
There's that there's so many different hands in it that it's not serving the greater good of these wonderful bright minds that they try to manipulate. Yeah, and I don't like that.
Oh, so you don't like yourself? Are you trying to manipulate the greater minds to do what? I wonder educational system hates itself.
That could be a good possibility.
So,
what a way to think about that, to go into like that. What a different perspective.
So it's best not to think, because you are the educational system. You won't judge yourself. No, the system won't judge yourself. System would not exist. System is a heavy lifter. Every energy they need, they get it. Otherwise, it won't run.
Right.
Yeah, educational system is strong and powerful.
Yeah.
I am powerful. Yeah, if it's the educational system, the first thing they probably think, I'm a it. I have this entire young mind under my wing. That's how I would probably feel if I'm an educational system. I'm here to serve the greater goods. I will nurture them with all the tools and wonderful knowledge and all the experienced huge system behind.
Right.
Those kids cannot do anything without me. Parents rely on me.
Yep.
I feed teacher. Teacher come to me. And everybody feed me.
Hi, Mapika. Sorry to interrupt you, but is it okay if I can leave? My snow removal guy is here. The guy is here for removing the snow.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry.
Definitely important. Yeah, happy snow plowing.
Thank you. But are we meeting tomorrow 7:30?
Yes.
Okay. See you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you, Makiko.
Yes. And then I know this is very important for you, Tyler. That's why I'm really pushing. It's very uncomfortable.
It is. It is.
I know, but the more comfortable it is, the more important to do the work. So I won't push you here, but to think about it.
Yes. Thank you.
You may find out something you don't want to find out, but it will serve you well.
Okay. I know it will.
Okay, Tyler. Sorry
Thank
about
you,
this
Ego.
experience, but you will love yourself even more once you do this.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So I think I know Dan is so patient and be quiet, but Dan, would you like to add to this?
I thought it was very interesting, inviting everybody to the observer portions of each aspect. That was really pretty neat, because that will help you, because you're right in the I am, that you are every aspect, even in your dream that you're experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
You're all the good energies, you're all the bad energies.
Mm-hmm.
I know when people get upset with me, oh, we only like Dan when he's all up and cheerful and stuff, and I have to always remind them, say, look, I'm all my energies, not just the ones you like. You know? Sometimes I'm really pretty gruff, and I have to balance myself out. You know, that's my thing. But even in all these other aspects, you say, oh, this is a terrible energy, and oh, that's just not me. But it is, honestly, it is you. It's an aspect of you. If you deny it or ignore it or shun it or whatever it, so it's good to go, oh, I am all these things, or plus then there's the educational part of it. You know, why have these things come? What are they showing me? What is this thing? Which is also another aspect which is important to look at. So why does it show me this? Why do the powers that be, wherever, show me this stuff? And if it is repetitive or reoccurring, or why? And if they are aspects of me, and then why are they coming to me? What do they want? Or do they want anything? Or maybe they just want me to expand even more. So, so this is an invitation to perhaps expand. Okay. That's okay too. And is every expansion comfortable? No, most of the time they're not. If you think about it, some of your biggest growths were not very comfortable.
True.
Yeah.
So, so we get spoiled a little bit. Oh, I don't want to go through that uncomfortable stuff, but in that uncomfortability are great lessons. And so you expand, you become more well-rounded, and you learn, and you gain the wisdom. And this wisdom is for you, or it's for others, or both. You can share, so which is kind of how this all came about. To share about a topic that's not talked about much.
Yeah.
And so there's lots of aspects, there's lots of things to learn, there's lots of stuff to talk about, there's lots of neat things. So yeah, that stuff for now, off the top of my head. That wanted to come out.
I know, thank you. I needed to come out. And I think that this crystal is very happy. It's very happy that came out today. So I love you. All right, I'm going to end this recording, and I will still open, but the recording will end. So thank you so much for coming in. This was Dream Explain, Series 1. And thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Ricky.
Thank you.
Thank you.